Hey everyone, it's Ben from Hit Visual Solutions, and today is Technique Tuesday. On today's Technique Tuesday, we're going to talk about options for upping your game for your Friday Night Lights performances. So the first area we want to talk about is your color guard. The color guard gives you so many options for changing up your look for Friday night. First of all, you can start with something basic and very budget friendly, which would be adding pom-poms. Adding pom-poms in school colors is always a great way to engage your color guard during the stands tunes and to get your crowd and your student body really pumped up and get them into your Friday Night Lights performance. The next thing you can do is look at adding spirit flags. If your team is involved in a parade that brings your program into the stadium, or if you have some kind of pregame on the field, or even I would take it as far as to use those spirit flags as your show flags for Friday nights and save your competition flags so that they look better at your more important competitions later on. The next thing you can do for your Friday Night Lights look for your color guard is to get them into a spirit costume, a pep costume, or anything that's different from their normal competition costume. Get them into something with school colors, school logo. It can be a top with some jazz pants. It can be a printed shirt, which is becoming very affordable these days. You can look at doing a dress. And what really makes all of this great is there's so many options to get in there and layer your look, especially as it starts to get cooler. You can always add elbow length gloves. You can add a crop top underneath your look, especially if it's a short sleeve or a sleeveless look. Add a crop top to get some arm coverage as it gets cooler. Add leggings if it's a shorter dress or a skirt. You can even add like a circle skirt to it, depending on what your look is. You can meet with your costume company and they'll have tons of options for you to really look at how to add on to your look. Keep those school colors, keep that school logo out there in the forefront. And then don't forget, you can always personalize your garments, your costumes, with rhinestones, embroidery, glitter. There's so many things that you can do, like the glitter transfers, but you can get out there and you can actually start to stack some of those things, the tackle twill lettering or logos, and then you can add rhinestones on top of that to give it a really amped up school logo and put that out there in the forefront for your team. It also brings a lot of community awareness when you wear this to parades, community events, and other things. It starts to brand your program and really makes your program much more identifiable to younger students. I think it's been a great recruiting tool for lots of my programs. So the next area you can really amp up your Friday Night Lights game with your program is with your musicians. There are tons of ways to really bring your musicians into this, and think collegiate, draw some inspiration from universities and college programs. There's a lot of really great things going on at the college level out there with pep bands, with all the accessories that they have, with even the university bands in the stands in the fall. And there's so many options out there from a print program situation that you can really do something affordable for your students now that may even be more affordable than the traditional polo shirt that you've been wearing for years. You can print a lot of wicking shirts that aren't form-fitted. Wearing right now one of those V-neck Holloway printable shirts. You can definitely do that. It's a great fit, it's a great feel. And we can print the entire thing. We can blend it, make it look like your band uniform. We could take it and put your school logo on it, do it in your school colors. We could even blend it into, if your kids are wearing their black bibbers, but you're just putting this shirt on over it, or trying to just make it a cooler, more lightweight costume and more spirit-friendly costume. It's definitely something we can get in there and coordinate and do for your program to help make them amp up their Friday Night Lights game. Another thing that you can do is you could wear this with a baseball cap, logoed school color baseball cap. You can start to play around with the different variations on headwear, especially as the weather gets cooler. Mix up your options. You can also look at stadium cushions, stadium seating for your program. Again, just rebrand that school logo or your band logo, your school colors. Just the more you do that, the more eyes really tend to gravitate toward your program when you go out there and you look coordinated and organized. And don't forget all of the noisemakers and things that you can get really inexpensively, but with your school colors or your school logo. The next area you can take a look at for your program is your staff apparel. There are plenty of options to digitally print staff shirts now, as well as continue to amp up the way you put your logos onto your staff apparel. Not just polos, but coordinate your staff across the board. You know, staff jackets, staff apparel, headwear, etc. There's a lot of really great ways to do that. And the final way to amp up your Friday Night Lights game from a visual standpoint is to get in there with your boosters and your booster club sales. You know, it's okay to reach out to someone, and we're happy to take your call to help you figure out how you can maximize your booster club look and your booster club sales. Make sure that they're identified as part of the program. I know that a lot of directors like to separate their look a little bit from the kids by maybe putting them in the less dominant school color or the opposite color of the kids, but it's okay to do those things. Reach out to your artist or your rep and ask them what they can do to help you grow your booster sales. I'm sure they have tons of options. We have tons of options for you, and we'd be happy to help you with that. Thanks for joining us today on Technique Tuesday. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to our Hip Visual Solutions YouTube channel. You can find us on Instagram and Twitter at HipVisual or on our website, www.hipvisualsolutions.com. You're welcome to contact us via the web and see what we can do for your program. We'd be happy to help. We look forward to seeing you next week.